Hello, friends. Are you here for Hope in the heart of Portland? It's going to be a great night, and I'm so excited you're here. We'll be kicking things off in about 15 minutes, and I want you all to be able to fully celebrate with us. So there's a couple things you should know. First, at the end of the evening, we'll find out who will win a 3-night stay in a beautiful Manzanita home on the Oregon coast. And you can't win if your name isn't in the hat. Raffle tickets are $50, and there's only a few left. The raffle will close right at 5:30 p.m., or as soon as we sell out. Only 200 tickets can be sold, so that means you'll have at least a 1 in 200 chance of winning. Make sure to click the button above the video that says Purchase Raffle Tickets for your chance to win a 3-night stay in a beautiful Manzanita home on the Oregon coast. And we'll be playing bingo tonight. It's one of my favorite parts of the evening. Make sure you have your bingo cards ready so we can play a couple of rounds, time permitting. With our friend Braden, everyone who RSVP'd by noon today should have received an email with a personalized bingo card. Just click on that link to open your card to play electronically, or you could print it out. It's all up to you. If you RSVP'd early, you might have also received a printed bingo card. It doesn't matter which one you use, but you'll need a writing utensil or some type of marker, like coins or small pieces of paper, to use with the printed version. That email also has a program and a schedule of tonight's events. Now, as you settle in and get ready to enjoy a heartfelt night with our Maybelle Center community, we have a question for you. 2020 has been a challenging year for many of us, and we want to know, how have you been able to keep and make connection during the pandemic? It could be a phone call with a friend, or perhaps getting a letter from a pen pal, or maybe it's something really creative. Let's come together and share our ideas. To submit your answers, go to the website menti.com and enter the code on the screen to answer our question. We can't wait to see what you write, and we'll be back in 15 minutes. Hello again, and welcome to Maybelle Center for Community's virtual Hope in the Heart of Portland. We're going to be kicking things off shortly, but before we do, I have 3 important announcements. Our raffle is closing at 5:30 sharp. That's in just over 30 minutes, so click the button above this video that says Purchase Raffle Tickets for your chance to win a 3-night stay in a beautiful Manzanita home. We'll draw the winning ticket later this evening. Many of you already have bingo cards, but if you don't, check your email. You should have received an email from us today with a link to your personalized bingo card. Some of you may also have received a printed copy. You can play electronically, on your computer, on your phone, or use the printed version. It doesn't matter. Just make sure you have your bingo cards ready for an exciting game of bingo with our very own Braden coming up soon. And lastly, I'm seeing some really creative responses to the question, how have you been able to make and keep connection during the pandemic? In these times of social distancing, connection is more important than ever. I want to make sure everyone has a chance to submit their answers to the audience poll. You can see what others are posting and submit your own answer by going to the website menti.com. That's MENTI.com, and enter the code on the screen now. We'll be back in just a few minutes at 5 o'clock, and I can't wait to celebrate with you. I'm so thrilled that you're here with us this evening. We call this night Hope in the Heart of Portland, because hope is the one thing that brings us together and allows us to create change in ourselves and in our city. You, me, our members, our volunteers, all of us, we all have the capacity to do great things, and that's why we're here tonight. I'm Celeste Horn, the Community Room Lead at Maybelle Center, and this is Michelle Meyer, our Executive Director. I'm really excited to be your host tonight for the second year in a row. The energy in the room was electric last year, especially when our member Vince spontaneously raised his $20 bill in support of the center and the whole room rose to match his gift. I was almost crying with joy, and I know many of you were too. And while we can't meet in person this year, this evening is going to be just as special. You'll be glad you're here because you'll be invited to participate in some of Maybelle Center's traditions, including bingo and a choir performance. So make sure to get your bingo cards ready. If you haven't already, find the email we sent you earlier today with the link to your personalized bingo card. I know some people mentioned it went to their junk mail, so if it did, you'll want to drag it out of your junk box so that the link works. You can play along online or use a printed version. At the end of our evening together, we'll draw a raffle ticket winner, so get your raffle tickets now before sales close at 5:30. You can do that by clicking the Purchase Raffle Tickets button above. You'll also find out how to bid in our online auction. We've all had to find creative ways to connect during the pandemic, and we'll be trying some new ways to share these traditions with you virtually. I'll miss seeing your smiling faces, but you can use the chat window throughout the night to say hello and connect with each other. Speaking of creative ways to connect, let's see what you all wrote.
I can't wait to see what some of the submissions were. Maybe I'll get some new ideas for how to hang out and connect during COVID. It really has been tough. I've missed seeing you every day, Celeste, and I've missed seeing all of our members. I miss stopping by when members stop by to chat with me at the office, and I miss the volunteer stories and the stories that I hear from donors when they come by my office. But I'm very fortunate that I have a deck and outdoor spaces where I've been able to safely meet with friends and be outside with my family. I see that some of you have been having porch and deck parties and Zoom calls with friends. Let's read a few of the things that are up on our board. We've had neighborhood street parties, letters with pen pals, outdoor drinks, all kinds of fun things. These are great ideas.
I can totally relate with these. We've had a couple of outdoor birthday parties with friends this year, and it is so good to see everyone in person. It just recharges and refreshes my soul. But winter is coming, and it's coming fast. So I could definitely use some suggestions about how to connect when it's freezing cold outside.
These are all really great ideas. Over the backyard fence, we spend a lot of time with our next door neighbors, and I have Zoom calls with my friends each week. These are some really great ideas.
FaceTime with family. I do a family call with my family every Sunday. Grandkids, pen pals, lots of coffee. I can relate to that.
Absolutely. But I've noticed that it's sometimes easier for some folks to spend time privately than others. Like me, I have a backyard where I can hang out with friends or family, but not everyone has access to the private outdoor spaces. And this isn't anything new. Even before the pandemic, some folks faced more barriers to connection than others. Maybe because of a physical disability or a mental illness, or maybe inadequate income to have property where you have an outdoor backyard, or even the effects of lingering trauma that can make it hard to keep friendships, and it really makes it more challenging right now.
Yeah, you're right. I've really seen that the pandemic has only intensified already existing barriers to connection. I know even in my own life, I've had many conversations with my friends about how hard it is on our mental health during this pandemic not to be able to connect with family and friends like we used to. I know it's been hard for me, and I hear this regularly on my calls with members. It's likely you have experienced this at some point or other over the last few months. And it's not surprising that we're hearing more talk about depression, suicide, and other self-harm. Those of us that have faced barriers to connection before COVID-19 are having an even harder time during the pandemic. Connection, after all, is a basic human need, and if you don't have it, it wreaks havoc on your health.
Yeah, it really does. There's so much research coming out now about how important connection is for both our mental and our physical health. Friendships and close relationships are really critical for all of us. And this year, many of us have had that crash course in social isolation. What's amazing, though, is that our founder, Father Berg, recognized that meaningful connection was critical to our health long before it became a household term. and long before the research started emerging about the devastating impacts of social isolation. Even in the midst of so much need in Old Town, social isolation really did emerge as one of the most pressing issues. I've stayed in touch with Father Berg during the pandemic, and he has shared how grateful he is that we've continued to support Maybelle Center members during this difficult time. And he's also very grateful for all of you who are with us tonight to celebrate our resiliency. So rather than me just passing along his greetings, I'd like to introduce you now to our friend, Father Richard Berg.
Good evening. I'm Father Richard Berg, and it's wonderful to be here with you. Now, no, I wasn't in a big fight. This is just from a visit to the dermatologist. I think many of us know what that's all about. I want to thank you very, very much for being with us tonight for this fundraiser for the Maybelle Center. It's such a privilege for me to be a part of this with you. I wanted to take us back for a minute or two to how we began this wonderful, wonderful work that is making a great difference in the heart of Portland. About 28 years ago, it was very evident to us, my team and I, that what we suffer in the heart of the city and probably throughout the nation is social isolation. And we particularly saw this in our inner city, Portland. And we made the resolution together to try to bring healing into the heart of Portland. It's a motto that we've stuck by through these many years. But as we sent people out to visit in the low-income hotels and under the bridges, what we found more and more was that among those suffering with social isolation, what they are experiencing is hidden suffering. And so we have done our best over these 25 years to attack it and to do what we can to bring the human kindness and care and compassion that we are supporting and loving today. So thank you very, very much, one and all, for being with us this evening. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate being with you. And let's keep this wonderful, wonderful work going into many, many, many decades in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Father Berg, for those powerful words. I love that story. It's amazing that what started as a ministry of St. Andre Bessette Catholic Church on Burnside has blossomed into Maybelle Center, with an assisted living, affordable apartments, a full-blown community center, and where we disrupt isolation by bringing people together from all walks of life and religious affiliations. One of my all-time favorite activities in the community room, of course, is bingo. Each month, our members, Braden, Jackie, and Diane, take turns leading bingo. There's always so much collective energy in the room, and I can't wait to share this tradition with you. So in that spirit, let's play some bingo. Our hope is to play 2 games so that we'll have multiple chances to win, depending on how long game 1 takes. If we have time, we'll play again. Michelle, what does tonight's lucky bingo winner receive?
If you are one of our lucky bingo winners tonight, you will receive a beautiful Pendleton woolen blanket from Pendleton Woolen Mills. They're 100% wool, and they're a very favorite iconic Oregon tradition. So good luck, everyone.
That's a beautiful blanket and would be perfect for those chilly nights ahead. All right, for those of you who want to play, open your bingo card on your phone, your computer, or your tablet, or pull out the copy that you printed. Track your numbers as they are called by clicking on the space on your virtual bingo card. You can practice right now by clicking on the free space. If you prefer, you can use a printed copy of the bingo card. You'll need a writing utensil or another way to mark the card, like coins or a scrap of paper. We'll be playing 2 rounds, so if you're using a pen, make sure you make your mark small or use another color so that you can play the second round with us. We'll be playing traditional bingo. You'll need 5 in a row, horizontally, vertically, or diagonally. And don't forget about the free space. When you do get a bingo, simply type bingo in the chat window. Then you'll need to find your 3-digit bingo card ID number up at the top. We will take a minute to check in our online bingo system to confirm you're a winner. So if you get a bingo but someone else beat you to the chat window, make sure you still announce your bingo, because the first verified card will be our winner. Let's start now with round 1. Braden, take it away.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Celeste. I'll say each number twice. Do you all remember what to do when you get a bingo? Type bingo in the chat window along with the 3-digit number. Let's get started.
Let's get started.
Celeste, I like these new bingo balls. The numbers are big enough that I can see them a lot better.
Good.
But I still need my glasses.
Okay.
In the I row to begin it all off, how about I-19, I-19? In the B row, how about B number 8, B8? In the G row, how about G49, G49? Back to the B row, how about B11, B11, B11? In the O row, oh, a number I don't like. How about O69, O69? Scared me there for a minute. In the N row, the largest number in the N row, how about N45, N45? In the I row, how about I-27, I-27? In the O row, how about O-72, O-72? Back to the I row. Let's go for I-24, I-24. In the G row, how about G58, G58? And I'm not telling whose age that is either. In the N row, how about N35, N35? Back to the O row, another O. How about O74, O74? Exciting. Back to the G row, how about G52, G52? And still in the G row, how about two numbers beyond that? How about G54, G54? I'm getting just as nervous as they are playing.
The suspense is killing me.
Yeah, the suspense has already done killed me. Look, I'm already green. In the I row, how about I-29, I-29? If I turn it too quick, I might be flipping the balls the other way. In the I row, in some states it's legal, in others you gotta wait till you're much older. I-18, I-18. In the G row, how about G56, G56? In the B row, how about everybody's favorite vitamin, B number 12, B12? In the I row, I-17, I-17. And then in the G row, how about G47, G47? Come on, somebody's got to be getting close. In the B row, I'll be for whatever you're for. So how about B number 4? And still in the B row, how about B number 6? B6.
The balls are flying.
What?
The balls are flying.
Oh yeah, flying faster than I am. Oh boy, that one just wanted to jump out there at me. How about N41, N41? How about let's go down the legendary highway we all love, 66 for Route 66.
We might have a bingo winner. Hold on just a second. If not, I can always take the Pendleton blanket home myself. It
Ooh,
sure is.
can I take it too?
It's beautiful.
I'd love to have that myself. Apparently.
Drum roll.
I don't know. I know my heart's beating faster than a drum roll.
Okay. The bingo winner in our first round is, I hope I'm saying the name right, Dawn Wenzel. She's the winner of this beautiful red Pendleton blanket.
That was fun.
I think do we have time for another game? Okay, let's play another round of bingo. Congratulations to the first winner.
Let me get these balls back in the cage.
Let's get them all.
Okay, here we go. Round number 2. What? Oh. Thank you, Celeste.
Let's be fair.
Oh, yeah, let's be fair. Oh, what a good number to start off with. How about the very smallest number in the pot? I'll be 1 if you be 1. How about B number 1?
B number 1.
You're always number 1 in my book.
Oh, thanks.
In the G row, how about G51, G51? In the B row, how about the one after that? How about B2? B2, ooh, how fun. In the O row, how about O63, O63? Good year. In the O row, how about O70, O70? In the G row, how about G53, G53? In the N row, how about the double 3, N33? How about N33? Still in the N row, how about N39? N39, am I going too fast for you?
No, you're doing great.
good.
N39, I'll help you.
Oh, cool. How about adding 10 numbers to that? How about going for G49? G49. Good luck, everyone. Okay, back to the N row, if I can get my hands on it. How about N32? N32. And in the I row, the legal age in every state of the U.S., I-21, I-21. In the B row, how about B14, B14? And still in the B row, how about B11, B11, B11? In the G row, how about G60, G60? That usually is a lucky number for a lot of people. In the B row, how about, it's not malignant, it's B9, B number 9. In the I row, how about I-23?
No, you're
I-23.
You are not.
Ooh. Do you know something I don't? In the I row, how about I-25, I-25? I wish. Ooh, one jumped out at me. And in the I row, how about I-30, I-30?
Okay, we'll pause. We might have a second bingo winner. Let us check.
Okay, those last 2 numbers I called in the I row, oh, I wish I was that age again.
Oh.
25 or 30? Too bad I'm going on the 3rd time around. Not going to
20s
say.
and 30s
no.
are overrated.
20s and 30s are overrated? I don't think so. I wish I was.
Okay, wasn't a bingo. Keep playing. I hope
Oh,
nobody
good.
cleared
Good,
their
because
board.
we're
And
going
don't
back to
forget
the
about the
B-row.
free space.
We're going back to the B row. How about B number 5? B5. Same amount of fingers on a hand. B5. And still in the B row, how about the one after that? B number 6. B6.
B6. Someone's got to be close.
In the I row back over there, how about I-27? I-27. And back to the B row. Lucky for some, not lucky for others. How about B number 7? B7. in the Jeep row.
Okay, I think we got a bingo. I'm excited.
Okay. I'll hold on to this G for good luck.
Just in case.
For good
Just
luck.
in case.
It's probably somebody's lucky number right now.
It probably is.
Probably the one somebody needs. It's right here in my hand.
Okay, let's keep playing.
Oh, okay. So am I calling?
The suspense.
The suspense is killing me.
It's almost as competitive as it gets in the community room.
It's almost as difficult as putting these things on my face every day.
You look great tonight. I don't know if I
Oh,
told
you know what?
that.
You guys wanted me to wear lime green. This is the best I could get for lime green.
Okay, we do have a winner. The lucky bingo winner for game number 2 is Lori Smith. Congratulations, Lori Smith. You're the winner of that beautiful Pendleton blanket. Okay.
Leave them there.
All right. That was so much fun. And of course, a big thank you to Braden and a big thank you for everyone for playing. So who would have thought that we would be playing bingo virtually? These days, we have to get creative about staying connected. Every day, members tell me stories about how they're making and keeping friends during the pandemic. Like Diane bringing sleeping bags and extra food to neighbors who have hit a rough patch. Or Braden, who's been tracking down members who are in between housing just to keep in touch. Or Jackie, Jacqueline, Braden, and Wendy's listening post project that you'll hear about in a few minutes. I could go on and on about all the ways that people are showing up for each other right now. Everyone involved in this community, from our members to our volunteers and staff, have stepped up to support one another. And now I want to turn it over to our Executive Director, Michelle Meyer, to give you a glimpse into how our organization has adapted during the pandemic. Let's welcome Michelle back to the virtual stage.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for being with us tonight at Hope in the Heart of Portland. It's so great to be together, even if we can't do it in person. For the last few months, I've been the only staff member going into Maybelle Center. It's eerily quiet as I walk through the community room when it's empty. I miss seeing the familiar faces. I miss the smell of popcorn on movie Fridays. I miss hearing members talk about what music they want to listen to in the community room. And I certainly miss seeing games of skip-bo and people putting puzzles together. So every day when I drive to work, as I get a little bit closer, I find myself scanning each pedestrian for a familiar face. Often I don't see anyone I recognize, but the other day I really felt like I had won the lottery. I was overjoyed to see Michael, one of our members who used to visit the community room nearly every day before the pandemic. He was crossing the street right in front of me as I waited at a traffic light. Now, what is so surprising to me, and why I wanted to share this story, is that I still see Michael nearly every week in our virtual community room. He's there with others, we're talking, sharing stories. Michael can remember facts like no one I've ever met, and I always love our conversations. It feels a bit like old times, except it's on Zoom. But I realized in that moment, when I saw Michael right there in front of me, that the virtual community room just is not the same thing. It's not the same as being together. When I saw him, I realized how much I missed seeing him and all the other members in person. So it didn't matter that there were people behind me at the traffic light. I took a minute, rolled down the window, and let Michael know I saw him. I yelled hi to him, and he yelled back, "Oh, hi, Shell." And it was just like old times. The recognition on his face was priceless, and it was so great to not have it be from behind a mask or a video screen. That's one of the things I love most about Maybelle Center, is people seeing each other, really seeing each other. All of this physical distancing is truly the antithesis of Maybelle Center's mission. The smiles, the high fives, the hugs, they're all part of what we do. When the pandemic hit, many businesses and organizations scrambled to deliver their service remotely, just like we did. As I mentioned, we have a virtual community room now, we have virtual choir, we're making lots and lots of phone calls. And I know that during the early days, Zoom was even this great new communication tool. It was wonderful to see staff faces during a staff meeting again, or connect with friends across the country, or even just in Portland. But what happens when you don't have a computer or internet access, as is the case with many of our members? What happens when you don't have a cell phone? We found out very early that a cell phone is a lifeline for our members. It helps them connect to one another. It helps them stay in touch with family. It helps if they need to call for an emergency service. So we quickly rolled out a technology loaner program and helped alleviate some of the tech difficulties that our members were facing. Our program staff and our volunteers worked hard to come up with other creative ways to stay connected. Celeste goes and picks up Meals on Wheels and delivers those to members who used to pick them up in our community room each week. Other staff members and volunteers send personalized cards and letters each week to our members. But connecting with members does remain challenging. Some figured out really easily how to work Zoom, and some attend the virtual choir or the virtual community room. And staff still send letters and calls each week. But sometimes weeks may go by without a response. And then suddenly we might bump into a member in the neighborhood and we'll hear something like, "Oh, I love hearing from Paul and Judy. They call me each week and I get their messages. They're the only ones who call me." So it's the little things that remind us that we're not going through this alone and we have to remain hopeful. So each day I do make a choice to stay hopeful. Hopeful for each of us to show what Father Burke spoke of: human kindness, care, and compassion. Stay hopeful for a time where each of us can be seen and heard and valued. I'm hopeful for a future where each of us is contributing our skills and talents for a more vibrant community. And that's why we're here tonight, to reconnect with one another and disrupt the social isolation that many of us face, especially during these extraordinary times. In a few minutes, you're going to hear a story about how a few of our members are also remaining hopeful and supporting one another and those around them. My hope tonight is that their project becomes a source of inspiration for you and motivates us all toward a future where everyone feels connected and like they matter, whether it be in the Maybelle Center community or in the neighborhood wherever you are. Thank you.
And thank you, Michelle, for those heartfelt words. We have so much that we learn from each other at the Maybelle Center. It's been a tough balancing act to keep our members, staff, and volunteers healthy and safe while meeting human connection needs. And I'm quite certain we don't get it right every time. But in the midst of all the changing requirements of stay-at-home orders and physical distancing, we've seen members rise up and take the lead on finding creative ways to make and keep friendships. They're looking out for each other and for their community. Members who live in apartment buildings around town are making sure they check on their neighbors and reach out to the friends that they would normally see at the Maybelle Center. And a few of our members, Jackie, Jacqueline, Wendy, and Braden, have worked to create a series of in-person events called Listening Posts, so that members can gather safely outside to share their stories from quarantine and stay connected. It took over a month of planning meetings via Zoom, and they created a special edition of the member newsletter to share their experience of making and keeping friends during the pandemic and with other members. And they included personal invitations to in the member newsletter to invite members to connect in a way that felt comfortable. They did whatever it took. This gives me a great amount of hope, not only that we will make it through this difficult time, but that we have tapped into something truly remarkable at the Maybelle Center. When we have a space to connect with each other, to be part of a community, and to feel like we belong, we have a strong foundation for any challenge that life throws at us. Connection is a basic human need, and when we connect with friends, we find hope in each other. I miss all of you so much, but I know that together we will keep taking care of each other and that we will keep pushing forward. Thank you all for being part of the community we're celebrating tonight. We are stronger with friends by our side. And with that, let's hear from Jackie, Jacqueline, and Braden about their connection project.
This event today is a connecting gathering for members of Maybelle Center to connect with staff and other Maybelle members during this pandemic. Maybelle's mission is to break down the walls of social isolation. We have a chance to connect with members so they don't feel so disconnected, so isolated, because nobody wants to be cut off from the rest of the world.
The project is called Jive with Jackie. I wanted to be an outreach to the people in the community here where I used to live. But I lived here for almost 7 years at the Helen Swindells. And so basically what we're doing today is we're just hanging out at the park, and reconnecting with each other and letting the members know that there are still people here who loves and cares for them, and we're here for them for whatever their needs are. Me and Diane's been knowing each other almost 6 years now. I would cook meals, and I got Diane involved in that.
That's right.
And once a month, I would make a meal, and we would sell the plates to the people there in the Swindells. Diane now thinks about the people that's in her neighborhood who are homeless. Just recently, they were helping people who's been affected by the fires, and they was giving out sleeping bags, and Diane grabbed a lot of those things to give out to the people in the neighborhood here.
I see people out here, they have nothing. They don't even have a tent. I was homeless for a long time, and I just, I know it's hard. And if you have a sleeping bag, it does make it better.
I feel the connection is important because I once was isolated, and I know what it's like to have been isolated. And I know what it's like to have those thoughts of not feeling like you matter and having thoughts of suicide while I was isolated. And when I got connected with the Maybelle Center, that helped me come out of that shell because I had a purpose in life again. I felt like I was needed.
It's a partnership, actually, and it's a way to help reach out to the community, and so people know that they're not alone. So today we're kind of just celebrating that with getting together, with handing out a little special bag of goodies for folks, and just striking up conversations and finding out what's going on in their lives. I intended on passing the goodies out here with the gift bags, but I came across 3 people on my way here, and their names are Shelley, Melissa, and Bernie. And their hearts were really open, and they just absolutely loved the gifts. It was just a gift to be part of their life today and to hear their stories.
There's an app that you can use to upload videos or poems, or just you reading a story or anything to show people this is what the members are doing, even through this pandemic, and how they're connecting with each other, but it's still having fun doing it. I love to sing. That's my thing. I've always just been loving to sing. And I uploaded me singing The Greatest Love of All by Whitney Houston. Jacqueline made a mural about friendship. And this is our way of letting people know that our friendship is still going strong.
I wrote a poem called Inside My Walls to represent the folks that have no voice that are out in the community. Inside my walls, I want to connect, for this my heart calls. My walls cry out, does someone hear? Please find ways to know me this year, and we can learn together, no doubt.
In the future, I would love to see more of this, and I want it to be able to just reach out to the members, but also I want to see what they would like to see from the center now and moving forward into next year and the years to come, that people are there for them during this time of need.
I'm happy that I haven't seen any of them in a long time. It was great. I like to see we do it again.
Thank you, Jackie, Jacqueline, Braden, and Wendy, who worked on the project but couldn't be there the day of filming. Thank you for your love of our community. I'm so proud to work alongside you. Our time in the park on Tuesdays has been really nice, and it reminded me of the feelings I get in the community room, our intimacy with other people, and it just feels good to be around people. Seeing our members using their talents and skills to take the lead on projects like this gives me so much hope to the future. I'm happy to be joined again now by Michelle to help us support and celebrate our community today. This is the moment of our special appeal. It's a chance for you to show Michelle and the whole Maybelle Center community that you too envision a more connected future, and that you're joining other neighbors in taking steps to make it happen. Together, we can do this. You can donate tonight by using your cell phones to text Maybelle Center, all one word, to the number 44321. You'll receive a quick text back and a secure link to donate. Or if it's easier, you can also scroll down on this page to make your donations. With the flurry of comments in the chat, I can feel how much you care, and I know you intend to give as generously as you can. We're going to go through multiple giving levels. Please just give whatever level is meaningful to you. Afterward, the Maybelle Center community singers will perform. We'll draw our raffle winner, and we'll find out how to bid on our auction. Michelle, it sounds like we have a couple of amazing leadership gifts to kick us off tonight. Tell us about them.
I'm happy to, Celeste. Kicking us off tonight is a generous gift of $10,000 from Rob and Barbara Crook. Rob and Barbara, thank you so very much. But they're not the only ones who have stepped up to support Maybelle Center. We'd also like to thank our former Executive Director, Pat Janik, for showing up big for Maybelle Center tonight with a $5,000 gift. And so that's two incredible gifts to kick us off this evening. Thank you both to the Crooks and Pat Janik for those gifts. We also have received an additional gift at $5,000 from Glenn Dahl and Linda Illig. Linda also has volunteered at Maybelle Center, and Glenn and Linda have been generous donors. Thank you so much for your continued support. We really appreciate it.
Wow, that's incredible. As Michelle said, our first giving level is $2,500. If you can make a gift of $2,500, I ask that you text Maybelle Center, all one word, to the number 44321, or scroll down to this video and click the $2,500 button to make your gift. We do have a slight delay in receiving data, but as gifts are coming through, Michelle will announce each donor. So let's kick off the night with a gift of $2,500 to disrupt social isolation in this extraordinary time. This is how we continue to take care of each other and to see each other and to get through this together. When you give to the Maybelle Center, you are investing in connections that help us all lead healthier lives and contribute our skills and talents to our Portland community.
This is super exciting. I'm happy to say we have $2,500 gifts from Dave and Judy Hoof. Dave is a former board member at Maybelle Center. Thank you for your continued support. We also have a generous gift from Mary and Randy Hubner. Thank you, Mary and Randy, for your continued support. And our donors, Ted and Daisy Miller, thank you for your continuous support at $2,500 as well. We really appreciate it.
Wow, thank you all so much. Our next giving level is $1,000. This is an exciting level, friends. We have a special matching opportunity from the generous support of the Collins Foundation. Our friends at Collins want to really inspire giving tonight, and they've said that they will match the first 10 gifts at this level. So if we can get 10 gifts at a $1,000 level, the Collins Foundation will double your donation by making it a $10,000 gift of their own. That's incredible. If you can make a gift of $1,000, you can text Maybelle Center, all one word, to the number 44321, or scroll below this video. And each gift comes in, we'll watch the thermometer grow towards a better future where no one feels alone.
Thank you, Celeste. I'm excited to go back real quickly before we jump into the $1,000 level and thank Diane Herman, a wonderful volunteer of ours who just made a $2,500 gift. So thank you, Diane.
Thank you, Diane.
And so those folks who have joined us at $1,000, I'm pleased to say thank you to John Ulsh and Chris Otis. John is also a former executive director at Maybelle Center. And we actually got an earlier gift, I remember now, from Diane Herman. So thank you, Diane, for making that additional gift tonight. We got a $1,000 gift from Paul and Rosemary Westby. We got a $1,000 gift from Steve and Mary Connolly, Janine and Mal Makinich. Thank you, Nell Whitman, Ron and Linnea Montplaisir. I sure hope I said that right. And Mary Sue, who you will hear from a little bit later, a wonderful volunteer at Maybelle Center. They've all pledged $1,000 so far this evening. And we only need 2 more to get to our $10,000 match. Let's keep up those wonderful gifts at $1,000 and see if we can't get that extra $10,000 from the Collins Foundation. We really would appreciate it.
Our next giving level is $500. If you can make a gift of $500, text Maybelle Center, all one word, to the number 44321, or click that $500 button below this video. Every gift tonight gives us more opportunities to keep our community connected in this important time. There's so much research coming out about how strong social connection improves our mental and physical health. It decreases your chance of heart attack and stroke, it lowers anxiety and depression, and it even improves your immune system. Connection is a basic human need, and the importance of connection has never been so deeply understood by so many people.
That's very true. I'm happy to announce our $500 donors. We've already received $500 from Marco Susnajaro, George and Elise Orban, Sue and Lou Moscato. Sue is also a former board member at Maybelle Center. We got an additional gift of $500 from Mary and Randy Hubner. Thank you, John Skillern, for your $500 gift. Thank you, Stuart and Kathy Hall. And thank you, David Waldrum and Gina Weber. And we also have 2 more additional anonymous donors at $500. Thank you all so much for being so generous.
Thank you, all of you. This is incredible. Our next level of giving is $250. If you can make a gift of $250, text Maybelle Center, all one word, to the number 44321. You can also click that $250 button below this video to make your donation now and see that giving thermometer climb. Everyone deserves to be seen and understood and valued. When we connect with each other, that's what we do. I miss seeing Jackie and Wendy, Braden and Jacqueline, and so many others every day in the community room. But I am so comforted to know that folks are still out there looking out for each other. Your gift today sparks hope and brings us together no matter what barriers we face.
I'm very excited to say that we just received a $1,000 gift from Paul Henningsen.
Great.
So that means we only need one more $1,000 gift to meet the match. So if that's something you think you could do, we would really, really love you forever. So now I'm going to move on to a few extra gifts that came in at the $500 level. I know that the technology is a little slow, so thanks for bearing with us. Tim and Nancy Glassman, thank you so much. They're my wonderful next-door neighbors.
Thank you.
We also got a $500 gift from Lawrence Roca, and another $500 gift came from Pete and Morag Craven.
This is great.
So those wonderful folks who gave us gifts at $250, thank you. Nancy Thomas, thank you Phyllis Leonard, thank you Scott and Joan Roustay, thank you Cody Peterson, David Saul, and Mary Reigert made a $300 gift. We received 6 additional anonymous gifts of $250. Austin Carmichael, a gift of $300. Joe and Heather Waldrum, Ryan Hoffmeister, Timothy Holmes, Sherry and Larry Wade, all gifts of $250. Katie and Tim Hennessy, Andrew Marshall, Todd Larson, thank you all for your gifts. And we also have a gift that came in, Mark and Catherine Myers, a $500 gift. Thank you so much.
You are all really amazing. Thank you. This is really great. Our next giving level is $100. Can you make a gift of $100? Simply text Maybelle Center, all one word, to the number 44321, or click that $100 button below this video to make your donation now. One of the things that a gift at this level does is support art in the center. To recognize your generosity, your name will be included on a plaque that goes below the art that Julie Casson has donated. Every time a member, student, volunteer, or staff attends a gathering in our classroom, they'll see this beautiful painting and they'll be reminded of how much you care.
So the painting is here. It's donated by Julie Casson, whose art is also on the beautiful bottles of wine that is grown at their family vineyard and is donated to Maybelle Center each year. So thank you very much, Julie and Joe Casson, for your support and for making this beautiful painting available. So every gift at $100 will have a name on a plaque in our office if you give tonight at $100. Okay, I'm very excited, and I'm going to try not to get too emotional. We received another $1,000 gift, so we got the Collins match, and it's from Michelle LaFollette. Thank you, Michelle. Okay, I'm pulling it together, and we will keep going with our announcements. Thank you for the $500 gifts from Cole Chase and Ryan Hoffmeister. We received another $500 gift from Ron and Pam King. Thank you so much, Ron and Pam. And now we're on to the $100 donation level. Thank you all. I'm going to read out names: Albert and Sue Corrado, Elizabeth Pasquarelli, Nurgle Dogan, I hope I said that right, Salva Balton, Patricia Joyce, Twyla Esther Lehman. Oh, that was a $200 gift. And my dear friends Jack and Jan McGowan gave a $200 gift. Thomas Gilpatrick, Paul Waldrum, Sarah Sampson, thank you, Sarah. Joshua Levine. Judith Kruppenbacher gave $200. C.M. Bishop III gives $150. Elizabeth Schill gives $150. Michael Veneer, Chris Sarles, Eric Flynn, thank you for your $100 gifts. Corral Berg, Mark Rawlinson, Tina Bazin Quintana, and Carol Marmaduke, thank you all for your $100 gifts. James Watkins. Nancy Thomas gave again $100. Thank you so much, Nancy. Jill Cullen, Tracy Madsen, Lori Pattison, Anna Mae Tichy, Barbara Henningsen. I see some really long-term and wonderful continuous donors here. Thank you all so much. We received a $100 gift from Vivian Tong. There are 9 anonymous donors on our list. We received a gift from our volunteer, Mark Ulrich, and his wife, Christy, $200. Thank you so much. Jeffrey Gibson, William McCarthy, thank you so much for your $100 gifts. Our wonderful board member, Nee, thank you for your gift of $200. Judith Stevens, Wendy McIntosh, and DJ Mayer, thank you for your $100 gifts. Brian Lamka, Tom Hoaglam, and Cheryl Pullen, thank you, Cheryl, and Timothy Zacharizhny, thank you for your $100 gifts.
Thank you so much, all of you. Our final level is up to you. 50, 25, 5, really whatever is meaningful to you personally. To make your gift, simply text Maybelle Center, all one word, to the number 44321, or enter any amount of your choosing. Don't forget to cheer our donors on tonight by expressing your gratitude in the chat window. And if a gift went by quickly and we missed your name, let us know so that we can give you some love in the chat window. We don't want to miss out. If you can make a gift of any amount to help us hit our goal tonight, please do so now. Every gift is a step towards a better future in our city, where everyone is healthy, connected, and contributing their gifts and talents. There's a lot we can do to instill hope in one another about the future, and this is one of the ways that we can do that.
I'm really excited. We have a lot of gifts to read out. Thank you to Guzan Paul Sherman, $50. $50 gifts from Mesut Ergin, Sarah Quinn, Laura Baker, Ryan Craven, and Jason Friedman. $50 gifts from Jennifer Mead, Margot Swanson, David Rogers, my friend Brett Lyon, Amanda Watkins, and Pat Janik gave again at $50.
Thank you.
We had 9 more anonymous donors give $50.
Amazing.
$50 gifts from Anna M., Hamra Bakakoglu. I think these are our friends of one of our new board members, Shule, who has a lot of Turkish friends, so I'm sorry I'm messing up those names. Dorothy Parkin, Dolores Sharp, Virginia Crawl, Marianne Vincent, Tim Craven, Renee Steichen, Cornell Meyer, that happens to be my brother, thank you, Cornell, and Kristen Miner and Nathan Corser. Thank you so much for your gifts of $50.
Thank you.
We each also have gifts coming in at different levels. Thank you, Dawn Wenzel, $40. B. Hartung, $30. Someone made a gift for Emily Kanasuka, $25. Jeanette Crowley, $25. Eileen Norris, $25. Gammon Second, $25. Our dear friend at Atlanta Powell, $25. Siggy Torfson, $25. Yay. Thank you, Siggy. Jonathan Bartholomew, $20. Linda Morrow and Pat Burt, $20. Our friend Grace Newber, $20. Maureen Schwerdfager, $20. Mert Muftigil, $15. Dennis Peterson, $25. Delara Balkan, $10. Father Galuzzo, thank you, Father Jim, for $36. Looks like there's giving in the chat window going on as well. Jacqueline, thank you so much for your $100 donation. We also have a donation of $26 from Jonathan Rudo. Thank you, Jonathan. He's our newest Maybelle Center staff member.
He's amazing. Thank you all for all these incredible donors tonight. With social distancing with the pandemic, sometimes it seems like we're living in another world. But one thing that hasn't changed is that we're here for each other. Every day I'm seeing members and volunteers stepping up to take care of our community and Old Town. And today I've seen so many of you step up to take care of our community too. In just a few minutes, we'll hear our choir perform and we'll draw our raffle winner. But as you continue to make your gifts, I want to make sure you've had a chance to check out our amazing online auction. Normally, we've had a live auction where we're all together, and many of you have told us that the auction is your favorite part of the evening. This year, our auction is online, and it is open for bidding until noon on Friday, so don't miss out. To get to the auction, go to maybellecenter.ggo.bid, or you can click the online auction button above this video to get there.
So one more quick thank you out to my wonderful husband, Carl Barron, for his $1,000 gift.
Yay.
So the auction, have you seen some of the items out there? I know I've been eyeing the pasta making course and the cocktail making class. Auctions are a very fun way to try a new experience or learn a new skill, and they're a fun way to support Maybelle Center. How many of your friends have ever been to a Turkish brunch?
Not me.
And of course, you don't want to miss out on the Maybelle Center wine that we mentioned earlier. We're really very gracious, are very happy to have the donation of the wine donated from the Southeast Wine Collective. Tom Monroe is our winemaker, and the Cassins donate the wine grapes. So thank you very much for that, making that possible for our auction. If you haven't already, I suggest you find your event program and take a few minutes to read it tonight or in the coming hours, because the auction will be open until Friday afternoon. And what's in the program is information from Tom, our winemaker, and he lets you know what's in the glass of the wine bottle, or what's in the wine that's going to be in your glass. And then he also lets us know why Maybelle Center is so near and dear to his heart.
And she's right, the auction will close on Friday, October 9th at noon. So make sure you get in on the bidding action soon. Now please help me welcome Mary Sue, one of the founders of Maybelle Center and a fellow choir member, and she's here to reveal our choir's very first public virtual performance. The pandemic, smoke, or anything else can't keep us from making music together.
I told the story to our choir, and I think they'd like to know about this tree as well as maybe some of you, what a comfort it has been to me, but mostly what an example it is to me. I knew that at some point this tree was going to need to be cut down, and I had been totally focused on this tree, this lovely cedar tree, and I had not noticed the tree behind me. And that day, as this tree came down, I had this beautiful, beautiful message that this tree had been supporting the other one in its sorrow, in its leaving. And you can see as you look at this tree behind me that there is one whole section of it that it gave its life to the other tree so that it could lean on it when it needed to lean on it, and it needed strength, and it needed a friend as it was saying goodbye. And it reminds me so much of the life-giving that happens even in our choir. We've all had tears, we've all had losses, we've all moved through laughter together and so forth, but we've always had a shoulder to lean on. Do you know, we've had to adjust to some new ways, and Crystal and Steve have really helped us to go virtual so we could be together, we could blend our voices together, and they've just offered their hearts and all their strength so that we could do this. Tremendously heartwarming and life-giving for me, and I'm sure for all of us. Blessings. Thank you.
It was so exciting to be part of this and to see how it all came together. I can't wait to sing with you all in person again, but it fills me with so much joy to hear all of our voices together. Sometimes you're tired and it's hard to commit to another Zoom meeting. Choir is one I really look forward to. It's so refreshing and it seems hard to be yourself lately. And when you tune into choir, that goes away even if just for a little bit. It's always just so special to see each other's faces and sing together. We're there to make music together, but we're also there to support each other through health problems, deaths of family members and friends, or just to celebrate life's moments of joy. This has been an incredible night of community and connection. And in choir and throughout tonight, we're seeing people step up and take care of our community and Old Town. And we couldn't have done it without the generosity of so many partners. To share lots of gratitude for our friends, please welcome back Executive Director Michelle Meyer.
Thank you. Like Celeste said, tonight really could not have happened without everyone pitching in. And our corporate partners were some of the first people to commit to joining us to make 2020 a year of hope. Together, we're taking steps toward a more connected and thriving Portland. Let's give our partners a big round of applause. We're so grateful for their support tonight and always. I'd like to thank First Republic. I'd like to thank Nat McDougall Company and Northwest Natural. Thank you, Becker Capital Management, Bjorklund and Montplaisir, our friends at J.D. Fullweiler and Company, our dear friends at Mary's Woods, Providence Health and Services, and our friends at Team Construction. We'd like to thank Columbia Bank, Income Property Management, and Mennonite Management Services. Our dear friends at Assured Technology Solutions, they are our tech folks who keep us supported all the time, and our dear friends at DHX Advertising. And finally, another big thank you to the Collins Foundation for the matching gift tonight. I'm so glad that we got to spend the night together. Thank you for being here in the middle of the pandemic and joining on our journey toward a more connected and a thriving Portland. As Father Burke says, the promise of hope sparks the soul to action. Hope prompts us to begin again or to set out with new confidence. Hope pulls us through challenges and dark times. Hope is about motion driving us on with some new assurance. And that's what you all are doing here tonight.
I love that, and you're right. 2020 has thrown us a lot of curveballs. The pandemic, political and social unrest, and even the wildfires. But no matter what, we're here. We're taking care of each other because every person deserves to be seen, heard, known, and feel like they belong. Really quick, let's check back in on our thermometer to see how we're doing with our fundraising goal.
I see the thermometer says we're at $130,000 already.
amazing.
That's awesome. We have a few more wonderful gifts to announce. We have a couple of anonymous gifts for $25. Our board member, Carol Mitchell, thank you for your $250 gift. Benjamin Craig, thank you for your $25 gift. My dear sweet friend, Trudy Brennan, thank you for your $200 gift. Board member Nick Knapp and his wife, Patty, thank you for your $2,500 gift.
Wow.
Your generosity means so much. Thank you. Chris Page, thank you for your $50 gift. Dear Braden, who's been with us this evening, thank you for your $150 gift, and thank you again for calling bingo for us tonight. Kathy Waldrum, thank you for your gift of $100. Robert Howard, $250. My dear friend Lisa Brown, $500. Another former board member, Ken Van Domelen and his wife Carol, thank you for your $1,000 gift. And Hugh Thomas, $50. You have to read that one.
And Sebastian Meyer, Barrand, $50 gift.
It's my son.
Oh, that's very sweet. Thank you, Sebastian. Special, special thank you. Before we close, we have to know who won Lita to enjoy a relaxing 3-night getaway on the Oregon coast. Doesn't that sound nice right about now? I'm sorry, I'm crying.
Okay.
Let's find out, Michelle.
Yep.
Can you do the honor of choosing our winner tonight? They all say Celeste.
All right, well, I'm gonna dig around a little bit. Let's see who I got here. Okay, the winner of our raffle prize is Ann Talbot. Thank you for everyone for purchasing a raffle ticket. We really appreciate it. Ann, looks like you're going to the beach.
Congratulations, Anne. And congratulations, thank you to everyone who purchased a ticket to support our community. And for anyone who didn't win, we do have some great news. Our generous donors are willing to offer the package a second time. So the same package is available to bid on our online auction. So get your bids now. And before we go, I want to invite my friend Braden back on stage.
Come join us on every Tuesday at the elephant statue near the North Park blocks, downtown Portland, for our social connecting with other Maybelle members for our listening post event. We do it every Tuesday from 12 until 4 p.m. You got to come join us, come socialize and have a good time with us.
Thank you, Braden. And I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us tonight. I can't wait to see all your smiling faces in person for Hope in the Heart of Portland 2021. Our event was recorded tonight, so you are welcome to share this link with friends who weren't here or weren't able to make it. We love you all. Thank you.
Thank you.